Welcome to the Tarryn Reeves Show, where your journey to empowerment takes center stage. I'm your host, Tarryn Reeves, best-selling author and publishing expert. Together, we'll dive into the hearts and minds of visionaries, disruptors, and trailblazing leaders to explore the most compelling and thought-provoking ideas in life, business, and marketing. Let's inspire, impact, and ignite. This is the Tarryn Reeves Show. Today, we are going to talk about why less is more and simple is sexy when it comes to business. Now, this was a lesson that I really had to learn the hard way, and it was simplify in order to scale. If you're someone like me, then you really love shiny things. And my counselor reckons that I have OCD and ADHD, and really I am inclined to agree with her. As soon as I manage to create any sort of space, ease, flow in my life, I tend to want to fill it with something else. Like, ooh, what can we do over here? And I've just had this other brilliant idea. Let's implement it. And I never actually usually finish things. And I think that's just in my nature, and which is why having built my team the way that I have is so, so important. But something that was a huge game changer for me was introducing one simple thing to my business. And that was having a book as my front end offer in a very specific marketing funnel, because it warms people up to you in such an easy, beautiful, effortless way. Okay. So I want to go into the science behind it and all the numbers and all the nerdy stuff, but let's just talk about the idea. So the problem with the incessant need to be implementing something new all the time is that we feel like we're running at 100 kilometers an hour, and it's really actually not all that much fun. It's like being a hamster on a wheel, and this thing's getting faster and faster and faster and faster, and it's friggin' exhausting. And you have no idea how to get out of the situation that you yourself created. And I get it. I've been there multiple times. And what I want to tell you is this: there is no need to complicate things with endless webinars, workshops, challenges, masterclasses, whatever the latest guru is saying about the latest marketing gimmick. If you're like me, I'm not interested in the hustle. I don't want it. I'm a single mama to 2 kiddies. One of them's 8 at the time of recording, and one of them is 7 months old. And I run a global publishing company. Things are busy. I do not need to be creating webinars and the social content and the marketing plan that goes along with it every 12 weeks just to generate new leads. It's exhausting. It's a relentless cycle, and it keeps you from truly enjoying serving your clients and providing them with the quality of service or product that they actually deserve. Think about that for a second. If you're constantly focused on churning out new social media content and slides for your latest masterclass or event to boost brand awareness so that you actually get bums and seats for, by the way, very little and unfulfilling conversion rates, just stop. You really don't need to do that. Let it be easy. Just breathe. You don't have to work yourself into the ground to make a lot of money, okay? It can be just the opposite. Do you have to work? Yes, of course you do. Do you have to work harder on some days than others? Yes, absolutely. But it's all about that ease and flow and choice and freedom of how you spend your time and where you spend it. So having too much stuff on offer creates confusion, and we all know that confused people never buy. So the chaos that you love, but actually secretly loathe, subconsciously maybe, operating in is killing your business. Less is more, simple is sexy. That's the mantra. Less is more, simple is sexy. Okay? Your ideal clients are already overwhelmed by life in general. They want clarity. They don't want all of the things. They want one solution to their one problem in the fastest, easiest way possible, and make it easy for them to get it. So just as my book, Automatic Authority, which is available on 21st of June at the time of recording, teaches people how to write a best-selling book that will sell out offers and expand businesses, your clients want the same thing. They just want that simplicity and they want that clarity. I'm not offering the smorgasbord of this entire publishing industry because that's overwhelming. I'm just offering this very streamlined, unique approach. And that's what my dream clients want. So if you would like to simplify in order to scale and implement the mantra of less is more, simple is sexy, and actually get your life back instead of the glorified job that you may have created for yourself, all you really need is this. You need a best-selling book. You need a product or service to upsell your book buyers to, and you need a sales funnel to glue the two of those things together. As you're well aware, it is becoming more and more challenging to stand out online. Everybody's sending those cold DMs. Everybody's running Facebook ads. Everybody has a Facebook group. And there's nothing wrong with these strategies, except they're missing two vital elements that turn cold traffic into warm traffic. And that is building trust and reducing your prospects' skepticism in what it is that you're selling. So what we want to do is we want to shift from forceful marketing to attraction marketing. Forceful marketing is out, attraction marketing is in. The old way involves hustling and begging for clients, push, force, pull. No thanks. Not for me. Definitely not for me. The new way has these people already eager and ready to buy your next level offerings without any or very, very little, I'm talking clarifying questions only, resistance. And a book is the fastest way to achieve this, hands down. The fastest way. Let's compare the two. Let's talk about webinars and video sales letters. So everyone knows at the end of a webinar, there's usually a pitch. So a book, on the other hand, is opposite of that. It's a pure value add. You're saying, here is all of this information that I want you to have. Here are templates, here are techniques, here's the step-by-step method. And somebody should be able to pick up a good book and implement the solution to their problem just from reading the book. That is gold. That is a pure value add. You should be aiming with your book to provide huge value, like next level value, over deliver, give them everything. Because when you do this, naturally people want to give you something back. They want to join your next level offering. They become raving fans. They become loyal brand ambassadors. A book is the ultimate authority move to influence complete strangers, indoctrinate them into your mission, your method, your transformation, and then upsell them into your other offerings. And literally, it takes a matter of hours for this to happen. Why is this the case? Well, a book showcases your expertise, okay? It positions you as an authority in your field. It shows how knowledgeable you are. It shows that you have a deep understanding of the topic you're writing about. And potential clients who are reading this are more likely to trust and buy from somebody that they perceive as an expert. And you've clearly displayed that through your book. A book provides value before purchase. So it's a very low risk, low friction opportunity for your reader to experience what it is that you have to offer and experience a transformation of some sort simply by spending $4.99 on your book. So if your book offers valuable insights, tips, or solutions to your ideal client, which it should, you have given them value before they even buy a higher ticket offering. This generosity on your behalf creates that feeling and that bond of trust, and the reader is feeling all the good vibes towards you and your business. They are already loving you, okay? All for $4.99 or whatever it is that you price your book at. A book builds personal connections. The way that I teach my authors to write and the automatic authority method that we do here at the publishing company is that we want to create that personal connection. So we will do this very real, raw, vulnerable storytelling that really showcases who the author is as a person, who that business owner is, the expert that they are. And what that does is that it allows you to share your personal journey, experiences, stories, which creates that deeper, more personal connection, which is something that all of us humans crave. So often us business owners will front up on the internet with our branded socials and our branded video editing and our branded sites, all of the things, which is awesome. We need that. But what we want to do is let people peek behind the scenes of that shiny business machine. Okay. We want them to see that we're human because that helps build a genuine relationship. And people want to do business with people. They don't want to do businesses with some faceless organization. So let them see who you are, and a book does that for you. A book also adds your credibility and authority. So being a published author, people automatically go, oh yeah, they really know what they're talking about. We respect other people who've taken the time to write a book and get it published. Okay. So it gives you that automatic, oh, they must be really good at what they do. And you are. If you have taken the time to distill your knowledge into a book and you're marketing it effectively, then you're already well ahead of your competition. A book differentiates you in the marketplace. Okay. The marketplace is like a sardine can packed full of all of the crap. Having a book sets you apart, and it gives potential clients a reason to choose you over perhaps your competitor. It makes you like that golden ticket in the Willy Wonka chocolate bar factory. That's what you want. You want to be that golden ticket. You want to shine to your clients and they go, oh, yeah, this person holds the solution to my issue. A book is also a content marketer. Okay. It's a treasure trove of content. The topic that I'm talking to you now is an entire chapter in my book, Automatic Authority. And I've turned it into a podcast episode. You will see it on my blog. You will see it in my socials. You will see it in my newsletter. You will see it on my reels. You will see it on my TikTok. It's everywhere. Okay. So your book is a treasure trove of content that really positions you as the authority, which then obviously when we're putting it everywhere and we're repurposing it because we want to work smarter and not harder because we are simplifying to scale, then people will automatically see you more. There's more online visibility. There's more engagement. And that also builds authority. People will recognize your stuff. They will know that, hey, if I have this problem or if you have this problem, this person is the expert, the authority to solve it. Go and get their book. Go and get their next level offering. A book gives you the advantage. It gives you an unfair advantage in the marketplace. So whilst your competitors are using those outdated VSL funnels, webinar funnels that carry that high cost, high friction experience for the client and also, quite frankly, for the business owner, a book funnel has warm leads flowing in on autopilot and eager to upsell into next level offerings. And the final point I want to discuss is, and I already have touched on quite a few times, is that a book accelerates the pathway to sale. It is the quickest way to engage a new audience and convert cold traffic because a book that is rich in value and showcases you as the expert, it serves as a low barrier introduction to you and your brand. So your reader can spend very little money. They can get a huge amount of value. They can consume the content at their leisure. And it will build trust and a sense of reciprocity. They want to give something back and they will turn into fans and they will buy your next level offerings. Now, I'm certainly not saying you will write a book and you'll pop it up on Amazon and the next thing you're going to be swimming in clients. That is not correct. You do need to market it. And that is why I talk about the funnel so much. You need to build a simplified business ecosystem that is able to generate predictable income. Not only that, but you want that predictable income and that business ecosystem to require none of your input or very little of your input after it has been created. So setting up a funnel with a book as your first offering really allows you to do that. Is it a lot of work upfront? Yes, of course. It is. But I promise you, it will be the best thing you ever do for your business. It has changed my life. I am a single mama, and doing this has allowed me to live in a very nice home, in a very nice suburb, with just me and my 2 kitties. I provide for them. I work maybe 2 to 3 hours a day when I want to, and I spend time being mum and doing yoga and reading and creating these next level visionary products that I have for my clients, or writing my next book, or ghostwriting for my clients, or serving my clients and my team to the very highest value, because that's super important to me. So a book on its own makes literally 0 sense from a business standpoint. But if you implement it as part of the marketing ecosystem, it makes so much more sense. So this one thing will be the difference between failure and success, losing money or making it. A book has the power to revolutionize your business. Honestly, from your conversations with potential clients to your ability to price and sell offers at a premium, why the fuck would you not do it? This is, of course, assuming that you are getting your books into the hands of as many people as possible in a way that doesn't incur losses, because as business owners, we definitely do not like losses. There's one problem you need to solve. How do you get as many eyeballs as possible on your book without flushing money down the toilet? Simply running a paid ad for your book listing on Amazon won't get you there. Neither will sending some emails, posting your social, taking that really lax approach. It's not going to happen. It's not going to move that person from being an interested prospect to a paying client. So before you write and publish your book, you need to ensure that you have your larger business strategy mapped out and ready to implement. Because if you fail to leverage, you will lose. Let's talk about how to stealthily capture market share out from under the noses of your competitors. So you want to fly under the radar and capture a significant portion of the market. And what you need to do that is focus on acquiring customers at a lower cost and offering them so much value that it undercuts your competitors. And when it comes to that marketing and sales strategies, the automatic authority method absolutely annihilates the traditional sales funnels. Why is that? Let's break it down. Let's look at a case study. Tell me the numbers, Tarryn. The automatic authority method book funnel. Let's say we get 1,000 visitors go to a book sales page. 1,000 people visit your book sales page. 15% of those 1,000 people buy the book at $4.97. That's 150 sales and $745.50 generated in revenue. 20% of those people who just bought the book book a call to inquire about the services that you promote in the book and through your sales funnel. So that's then 30 calls booked. Out of those 30, 90% of those people attend the call. So 27 calls completed, 27 sales calls. Let's say you've got a conversion rate of 60%. 60% of those calls result in sale of, let's say you've got a package for $3,000. So 60% of those calls result in a sale of a $3,000 package, which means you just got 16 new clients and $48,000 in revenue. Let's not forget the cost to run the ads to your sales page that got you the 1,000 visitors in the first place. So your cost of ads to acquire your 1,000 visitors to the book sales page, let's say they're $5 a click. So you spent $5,000 in paid advertising. So your net revenue then is your total sales plus your book sales. So that's $48,745.50 minus the ad cost, which was $5,000. So your net revenue from the automatic authority method book funnel is $43,745.50. $43,745.50. Awesome. I'd like some of that, please. I get some of that. Thank you very much. Now, your traditional video sales letter webinar funnel. Let's use the same numbers to get to the webinar or VSL page. So let's say you get 1,000 visitors go to your webinar or VSL page. Let's say 15% attend the webinar. That's 150 people show up and you have generated $0 in revenue. Now, remember with the book sales funnel, you'd already generated $745.50 at this stage. So your traditional VSL webinar funnel, 15% have attended. That's 150 people and $0 in revenue. Let's say only 40% of the attendees stay until the end and hear the sales pitch, because most people bail before the end because they're freebie seekers, let's be honest. But 40% of the attendees stay until the end and hear the sales pitch. So you pitch to 60 people. Let's say 20% of those 60 people book a call to ask about the services that you're promoting in the webinar or VSL. That's 12 calls booked. Let's say 70% of the people attend the call, so you complete 8 sales calls. And let's say your conversion rate is 30% of the calls result in a sale of that $3,000 package. So you have just got 3 new clients and $9,000 in revenue. And then let's say the cost of ads to acquire your 1,000 visitors was also $5 a click, so $5,000. So your net revenue is $9,000 minus $5,000, which is $4,000 in net revenue. Holy shit, you guys. Look at the difference in those numbers. Stop and rewind this podcast if you want to listen to this again, because the difference is astounding. It honestly is. And I also want to point out that with the book funnel method, it's a do it once, do it right, set it up, and let it run. Whereas with a webinar funnel, you're constantly having to generate new stuff like every 12 weeks to get those people in, because everyone wants a new webinar. They want a new whatever it is. But honestly, let's compare the two. So the book funnel generated $43,745.50 in net revenue, whereas the traditional VSL webinar funnel generated only $4,000. That means that the book funnel outperformed the traditional funnel by a whopping $39,745.50. That's over 5 times the revenue. Why is this such a big difference? Well, it comes down to those two factors: show up and conversion rates, as well as relationship mastery. Okay, the book funnel has a 90% show up rate for the sales calls compared to 70% for the traditional funnel. And the sales call conversion rate is 60% in the book funnel, which is significantly higher than the 30%. And the difference comes down to the fact that book buyers consume your message and build trust with you before hearing the pitch for your next level offer. This results in a deeper emotional connection to you and your brand, and therefore higher conversion rates. And, might I add, a much more pleasant and easeful sales call. The close rate for the book buyer is double that of the traditional funnel, so 60% versus 30%, because they've already been pre-sold on you, your brand, your next level offer, because you've promoted it strategically throughout your book. So, as you can see, the book funnel significantly outperforms the traditional webinar funnel in terms of total revenue and conversion efficiency. So when you foster trust and engagement through initial book sales, the book funnel is a super, super effective pathway for high ticket sales. It is a superior marketing strategy. There is no question about it. You need just look at the numbers. Now remember, a book is a low friction purchase compared to a higher ticket offer sold on the back end of a webinar. What do I mean by that? Consider the steps that somebody has to take to get through a webinar. The prospect must attend the webinar, so they take an hour out of their very busy day that they probably don't have. They then have to watch the webinar, hear the pitch, book a call, engage in the call, and then feel that pressure that they know they're going to get a hard sell to commit to the $2,000, $3,000 plus offer. Now, this process will naturally filter out many of your potential buyers, whereas selling a book is far less friction. People can purchase at that lower cost, they can read at their convenience, and your webinars come with challenges like managing show-up rates, scheduling at optimal times, people who register don't attend. You've got to find a time that works for you, and then if you've got global clients, that work for them. And the difference generated in the quality of leads by the two approaches is just phenomenal. So let's consider that out of the 160 book sales, only 16 people purchase a high ticket offering. That leaves us with 144 book buyers, book leads in our CRM. Now, these leads can be strategically nurtured through email marketing. You can send them case studies, video testimonials, more value, client success stories, because they may not be ready to buy at the time of consuming your book, and that's okay. But they are already so much warmer than the cold traffic webinar people who show up and then forget all about you. These people on your list have now read your book. They've built an affinity for you, which means that when you do send them emails, the open rates are going to be significantly higher than the person who sends the webinar because they already have that relationship. So when those people who book the webinar, they're likely to just forget about you. They show up, they register, they don't attend, they ignore all your emails. It's a lost lead. It is literally pointless. They are going to ignore your emails. They're going to reject your future sales messages because they haven't developed that all-important know-like trust factor with you and your brand. So lower email open rates and engagement. So the quality of your email database and the effectiveness of marketing your future offers are vastly different between the two funnels. If you want predictable revenue, and we all want that, and you aim to have magnetic marketing that effortlessly sells people into your next level offers, then the automatic authority book funnel is the only choice. And it comes down to the argument that the quality of leads on both lists. With the book funnel, you have a lead list of customers to email market to, whereas the webinar funnels leave you with a list of freebie seekers who are never going to want to hear from you again. So you've essentially wasted your time and you've wasted your $5,000 in ad spend. I know which one I'd be choosing. Now, if you'd want to know more about how to implement all of this, it is in my book, Automatic Authority, which is available on Amazon as of the 21st of June, 2024. So if you have any questions about this, come and join our free school community, Authority Through Authorship. And I would be more than happy. It is my purpose to help you implement a more easeful, joyful business because we all deserve that. That's a wrap on today's episode. If you love the insights and inspiration, don't let it end here. Hit subscribe to stay connected and turn your visions into reality alongside our community of changemakers. I'm Tarryn Reeves. Thank you for joining me. And remember, your story has power. See you in the next episode.